Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. Today we're going to be looking at what I think is the best leveling build for Zane. I'll show you the build first, and if you're interested, stick around and I'll show you why. So it's a Hitman Tree and the doubled agent tree. That's the full build there. Um, so I'm going to reset the points and go through why. Okay, so first off, why the Hitman Tree? Well, when you're leveling, especially the first 30 levels, you'll be doing a lot of running and gunning, and the undercover build is mostly supplemental, which is here, and it really won't come into play until much later when you finish one of the other two trees, either the doubled agent or Hitman Tree. And then you make your way down to Calm, Cool, and Collected here, and you can make use of the two different infinite builds. I've got a different video on that if you want to see that video. So back to the point here. Let's get right into it. First is 5 points in violent momentum. Zane's gun damage is increased while moving. The quicker he moves, the greater the gun damage bonus. I mean, 20% gun damage increase just moving at default walk speed. No bonus movement speed. We don't know if there's class mods or anything that increase your movement speed. I think there is. So there's a bunch of different ways we can get increased movement speed, right? So uh, this is really the epitome of run and gun. Stay moving, gain increased gun damage. Now, what better to pair with the gun damage that increases based on how fast you're moving than violent speed? Uh, it's a kill skill. After killing an enemy, Zane gains increased movement speed for a few seconds. So we're going to put 5 points into this. This will give us another 20% movement speed, which will correlate and synergize with this, increasing our gun damage even more. Early game, these two, you move quicker, you get to the enemies faster, or a position that gives you advantage or a good vantage point over the enemy faster, which will just result in you killing quicker and continuing the cycle because it's a kill skill. So next point is going to be in Death Follows Close. All of Zane's kill skills gain increased effect and duration. This means that the movement speed increases to 25% from 20 on violent speed, and the duration of all the kill skills will increase from 8 seconds to 15 seconds. I've looked at most of the kill skills, and all of them seem to start with 8 duration, so another 7 on top. We'll be looking at 15. The next one I think we'll need is Salvation. 4 points in this to unlock the next tree. We'll want some survivability early on to help us out, and I think that'll be what we want. I don't. We'll come back to this later. That'll unlock violent violence. After killing an enemy, Zane gains increased fire rate. It's pretty simple. More bullets equals more kills, which will repeat the cycle. I don't find playing dirty. After killing an enemy, Zane's next 5 shots, I'll have a chance to fire an additional projectile. At maxed out would be 50%. I don't find that worth the investment. The first 5 shots, which include missing shots, have a 50% chance at max rank to fire an extra bullet. So unless your weapon clip is 5 or less, I don't find this better than any of our other options. The same goes for good misfortune, which is here. Killing an enemy increases Zane's action skill duration. This skill has diminishing returns. The way that I'm reading this is that you get a maximum increase of 12% per activation of your action skill. Because when you max it out, it goes to 12%, just to clarify why I said that. That'll increase your duration by 2.88 seconds. And to be honest, that'll increase it from 24 to 26.88. I mean, I don't really see it being worth it. So with that out of the way, the clear choice now is 5 points in Cool Hands. After killing an enemy, Zane's reload speed is increased for a few seconds. It already increases your reload speed by 13%, and then you get a kill and it's another 17%. So even so 30% reload speed bonus, much needed. Faster reload speed equals more bullets again and even more kills. And the final point will be seeing red. This lets you activate an action skill, automatically activates all of Zane's kill skills. This synergizes perfectly with itself. All of these will activate when you activate an action skill. We're going to have 2 of them on, and you kind of see where we're going. So equip this Sentinel drone in slot 1. The augments. So I feel like this augment would be good. Bad dose would be a great option depending solely on how fast the Sentinel stacks the buffs on Zane. So for now, I'm going to stick with it. If he doesn't stack it well, I would recommend switching to one of the other 2 or 3 options. And the other augment is a clear choice, Almighty Ordnance. This should probably be in every single Hitman Tree build. So I'll go ahead and read it for you. When you hold down F or G while Sentinels are deployed to paint a target area, Sentinel fires a missile barrage of that area, and if it kills an enemy, the Sentinel's duration is reset. So his duration's already 24 seconds. This effectively lets you increase the duration from 24 to roughly 47, depending on how well you can time this. I think in most cases you'll probably see 40 to 45 seconds just to be safe. I don't know how well when you paint the target, does it instantly fire the missiles? That would be some nice information to have. And now, as you continue to level, the clear choice is doubled agent until you can spec into the infinite build, which this build I'm giving you here may actually be better against raid bosses at least. So Synchronicities up first. Whenever 1 or more of Zane's action skills are active, he gains increased gun damage for each active action skill. While both of these are up and active, that's 40% gun damage increase straight up. The next is Donnybrook. Whenever Zane kills an enemy, he and his Digiclone receive gun damage increase and health regeneration for a few seconds. Good to help him stay alive. Increased gun damage for both. I mean, and it helps the clone stay alive too when he's taking damage. More gun damage and health regen to boot. Yes, please. Quick breather is an obvious next choice. This will really come in handy for those tough fights later on. Next is Premunitus. This will Zane and Digiclone gain increased mag size. Great skill. We can't take either 2 of these, and I'll tell you why soon. So we'll put next point in Borrowed Time. We do not want to pick up Fractal Frags or Duct Tape Mod, and that I'll show you in just a second. Like I said, Pocket Full of Grenades is next. After killing an enemy or activating an action skill, Zane gains grenade regeneration for a few seconds. It's clear choice, got to have it for this skill, Boom Enhance. So we'll go ahead and put 2 points in Supersonic Man to get the skill we all want, Boom Enhance. So we're going to put a point into that. Whenever Zane summons his Digiclone, it consumes up to 3 grenades. For every grenade consumed, the Digiclone gains increased gun damage, max health, fire rate, reload speed, and the duration of the Digiclone is increased as well. So if he consumes 3 grenades, you're going to be looking at 60% gun damage, 243% max health, 15% fire rate, 93% reload speed, and it increases the clone's duration by 75%. This increases the duration from 15 seconds to 26.25 seconds. That's a pretty substantial increase in the duration that the clone's out. And I mean, the skill is amazing. There's talk of legendary class mods giving you capstone skills. If that's an actual thing, and we can get this capstone with a class mod, that could potentially make this one of the best, if not the best builds. It just solely depends on the raid boss that you're fighting. I think for general mobbing, the infinite build would be better, like running around or something. But for raid bosses, the infinite build relies on getting enemies frozen. So you get critical hits, it stacks slows with this. And eventually they freeze. When the enemies freeze, if you're at full health and full shield, it'll immediately reset your cooldowns and durations. So, you'd have infinite, essentially. If you're fighting a raid boss and there's nobody to freeze, you're not going to be able to use the infinite part of the build at all. So it could potentially make this a better choice. So this skill is amazing. Makes your clone great. The last point is going to go on Supersonic Man for the increased gun damage from the movement speed boost. We have both of them active. It's great. The augments we'll choose will be which ones are real and Schadenfreude. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I believe that's German. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more Borderlands 3 content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!